is so much different with the life as a judge before?
This is a standard question with a lot of people have been asking me. Is it so different? You see, when someone is trained in law as a lawyer, I think there are certain advantages. You're trained not only to read rules, appreciate rules, gives you a certain flexibility, and the intellectual training of a lawyer actually teaches, not only me, anyone who does it, teaches them to be quite adaptable, to fit into situations, because most work will concern rules, whether it is black letter rules or rules of behavior. A lawyer is quite often very receptive to all these points when he or she takes up a job anyway, whether in banking or in the regulatory environment, whatever. But coming back to your broader question, or your specific question, whether my training as a judge essentially has equipped me for this post, or whether it's any different from being a judge. There are many similarities. Of course, there are differences. Any job has got some differences, but there are many similarities. In a courtroom, I have to deal with lawyers and litigants, sometimes private litigants. I tell you, private litigants are most difficult. They won't listen to you, they've got their own views on things, they always believe they're right. And they will continue submitting and arguing that they are right because they want to win the case. And then you have the lawyers, from both sides. One will say, I am right, the other say, I am right, and so you have to choose between the two. And as a judge, you have not only to listen, you got to do a lot of work in listening, because you're looking at the merits of each case, and you have to receive evidence. So actually, the work of a judge is more difficult. It's most difficult when you have to come to a decision. Alright? Because sometimes it is a burden which is very hard to shoulder, particularly in criminal cases, where life and death will depend on you. So it is very stressful, and like I say, you have to carry a huge burden. Here, of course, the similarities are you hear one side, and then you hear the other, but you don't have to make any decisions except when they ask you for a ruling. The function of a speaker is really to maintain order, to be fair to everyone, so everyone gets a chance to present their arguments, essentially. It's just like lawyers in court presenting their submissions. So many similarities. But here, of course, the argument is not so much on rules, except when they take up a point of order. The argument here is more on policies, on broad policies sometimes, on political positions being taken. So in that sense, it is different. It is more a debate rather than a submission. In court, it's a submission. Here, it is a debate, based mostly on policies. But otherwise, it's similar. I feel, quite frankly, quite at home, listening to positions and maintaining order and being reasonable, and to see that everyone gets a fair share of their arguments. So that's my answer to your general question.
But inside the court, you are the top man. Everyone listens to you, otherwise contempt of court. But here, there are so many so-called bad boys. Maybe they will make troubles, they don't listen to you. Then they ask them to stop, to sit down. They don't listen.
Well, it happens also in court. It's not every day that if you disagree with the lawyers, you contempt of court. It's not easy, I can, as a judge, I've never had an occasion where I say, you, Mr. So-and-so, counsel, get out of my court. It can never happen. You have to give the opportunity to be heard, advise them to be courteous. Same thing here. Here you have the rules. You have the standing orders. It's all so clearly laid out. Except that sometimes they all forget. Very clearly laid out. So you got to remind them sometimes. Yang berhormat, sila duduk, sila duduk. Because it's in the rules. When one yang berhormat stands up to speak, if you want to minta laluan or interject, the other person must allow. Otherwise you sit down. If the other person doesn't allow you to speak or to interject, sit down first. You got to ask the speaker, so you can I speak? Speaker says, look, laluan tidak diberikan, so please sit down. You sit down. These are the rules of the game. People must adhere to it, otherwise you get chaos. But politics being politics, you cannot be so hard and fast. To so many of your other colleagues in the media, out that way. Any parliament in the world, you still have a little bit of the drama, the altercation. But so long as everything is orderly, if after a few minutes they all know, these are the rules, and sit down, that's all right. That's all right. So that it becomes lively. People like to watch a bit of the drama. Otherwise it becomes quite dull, frankly. It's okay. And in most mature societies, whether it is in a debating forum or in parliament or anywhere else, people will argue based on intellect. And there will be a lot of wit, the joke, and so nice to listen. You learn through this process as well. A lot of literary stuff will come out in the course of the discussion, which is happening here. I am so thankful that there are times when they use pantun. It calms the atmosphere, and then it shows wit, a high level of wit. Doesn't matter whether it is bad pantun or whatever, but at least it keeps everyone alive. So they want to respond with another pantun, and then the deputy speaker also responds with another pantun. Sometimes the deputy speaker starts the process. So that sort of thing is good, because if you have politics with literature, that shows that we are quite mature. Politics with the hurling of chairs is not bad. It's bad. I rather have politics with pantun, and that's good. People become a bit sober and infused with culture. That's what we want. If you have a high level of culture, understanding, and intellect, then you indulge in politics in a more mature way. That's what we want. We talk about mengembalikan wibawa parlimen, to bring back the integrity, to restore the integrity of parliament. This is the setting.
Is that because they respect you so much, unlike last time when Dato' Pandika Amin is in power, so always in a mess they want, even though you are so gentle, so humble and so nice, but they still respect you, they listen to you.
I don't know about my predecessor. I don't like to talk about my predecessor. That is the past. We work on the present. Work on the present. We have a huge agenda, so I don't want to worry about the past. I will only say only good things about him. So that's done. I do it my way, maybe he has done it his way. So we move on, because this is Malaysia Baru. So it's okay. I do not know whether personality has got something to do with it, but essentially this is a job which requires people to be truthful in following the rules. Right? In our case, it's standing orders and parliamentary practice and procedures. So long as you start from that, I don't think you can go wrong.
But in people's perception, they thought that a speaker must be very serious, must talk loud. But you changed their mind.
No. Like I say, there has to be wit, there has to be no, literature, there's to be poetry, there's got to be intellect, yeah? And then of course you discuss policies, and that's how we move along. You know? It's better. Yeah? So that Parliament becomes efficient, proper, civilized, you know? That's the way to go. So with some drama thrown into the mix.
So how would you rate yourself for the 30 days